folks, welcome to PlayBranson, the show about the shows where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and on today's show, I have somebody new. It's John Goldsberry. Now, John's with the Butterfly Palace, and he plays the dulcimer out there. But he's been a long-time Branson entertainer, so I'm looking forward to getting to know him better today. Now, today's episode is brought to you by ibranson.com. It's the place where you can plan your entire Branson vacation. So be sure to visit ibranson.com. Did you know the new edition of The Taste magazine is out? Now, if you're in Branson looking for menu samples, The Taste of Branson is the publication you need to check out. It's free, it's located in racks all over town, so be sure to check your hotel out for this as well as other locations. Now, are you looking for who's playing in Branson tonight or maybe what attractions are open? Well, you can now go to the vacationchannel.com website and see Branson's show and attraction schedules. Click on the schedule button in the top right corner. We'll be back in just a second with John Goldsberry in just a moment. Hang tight. Welcome to PlayBranson. On today's show, for the first time ever, I have John Goldsberry with the Butterfly Palace. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you have a long history in Branson, Missouri.
I'm a well-kept secret.
And so I want you to tell people about your history here in Branson.
I started in Branson in 1978 as part of the Silver Dollar City used to do a music festival in June called the what did they call it? The Mountain Folk Music Festival.
The Mountain Folk Music Festival.
Yeah, and that was my first appearance in 1978. I played in Shad's Old Forge opposite the jail, if you know where that is, right there at the head of the, and I played opposite Sean Pittman and his family. Sean went on to be, gosh, he played for everybody in Branson over the years.
Wow.
But he was like 12 back then as a fiddle player. And after the festival ended, they said, thanks for coming, bye. And I was very disappointing because I wanted to keep working. And in about, 2 or 3 months later, they called up and said, hey, we had an ag dropout. We have an opening. Are you interested? And I kind of, pretended I wasn't, but, showed up pretty quick. I played everything. Moved all over the city. I was a train conductor. I played in the old Vineyard restaurant, which is there on Main Street now. I think it's like the Wagon Wheel Cafe or something like that now. They used to have a puppet show in there because at that time it was themed as a vineyard and Welch's was their sponsor.
Yeah.
And part of the contract was that they would provide entertainment in there. So they had they had a puppet show for years in there. It was the Wally Welsh Review, and they had a bunch of talking grapes in there, and they did this whole show. It was very silly.
Wow.
And but that went away, and then they needed entertainment, so they stuck me in there. And it was miserable because people are eating, they're not really there to interact. They're there to eat. Meanwhile, they had hired a magician to work in the train depot for people while they were waiting for the train to do close-up magic and all. And he was bombing down there. And they said, well, let's switch places, or whatever it was. So that I ended up going to the depot and did great down there. And then the magician went soon away.
Yeah.
That was kind of where it started. And I ended up with my own theater there, the Old Valley Theater, which sits at the entrance to Thunderation now. They've torn it down. It was a magic shop for a while there. But I played opposite Judy Young, the storyteller.
From Harrison, Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was my partner in crime, and I actually ended up recording her first 3 recordings. We did them live at Silver Dollar City, and I was audio engineering at the time.
Wow.
I got my training at Caribou Ranch, as a matter of fact, in Nederland, Colorado, where, Elton John and Chicago and all these groups learned.
So you've had a long history at Silver Dollar City, right?
18 seasons.
18 seasons. That's amazing. And so and you also flew all over the country for them.
I did Dog and Ponies for them. We went everywhere from Chicago to Houston. Didn't go as far as Denver, didn't get into Colorado, but we did get kind of into the corner of Tennessee, up into Iowa, Nebraska, within basically a 1 day's drive of Branson. And they'd stick us on planes and go do, late night radio shows, and the next morning a morning talk show, and then a noontime show. And back when there was more local TV,
So are you playing instruments? Are you singing, doing all of the above?
I took a variety of instruments. The hammer dulcimer is my primary instrument, which is pretty unusual. But I also had other instruments like a piano lin and a mouth bow and all these weird kind of things. And I would demonstrate them and talk about Silver Dollar City and what they were doing for their upcoming season.
So what happened after Silver Dollar City?
I very briefly went to Camelot. That didn't last long, down in Blue Eye.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was hired away from Silver Dollar City to do that by enticing things, and then they went bankrupt on opening weekend. So that was the end of that. I ended up being a shop manager for Cedar Creek Dulcimers for a while.
Okay.
Eventually I went to Europe and played over there for a while. I actually done 2 tours in Europe now. I went out to Arizona, went back to, for a brief while in the 1980s, since Branson used to close down at the end of October. We didn't do Christmas here. So there was a long stretch of unemployment between the end of October and when spring started up again. So I was going to Arizona in the winter and working out there at a park called Rawhide. They were in Scottsdale.
Yes, Rawhide was very famous.
They were in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we 3 friends of mine from Silver Dollar City and myself put together their first entertainment troupe there. They had hired entertainers to come in, but they'd never had their own in-house entertainment. So I helped them get that started, and we wrote a vaudeville show and did together. I played dulcimer out on the street. We did gunfights, comedic gunfights, kind of like what Silver Dollar City does, rather than the real serious shoot 'em up, like they were used to doing. And I ended up staying out there for about 1.5 years, actually. But then the lure of the Ozarks, pulled me back. I was sitting by the pool one day and a dragonfly landed on my knee, and I looked at it and it was brown. And I realized that everything out there was brown, and I missed the green of the Ozarks. So I said thanks, but I'm moving home. So I came back here. And that was back in the 80s. But then afterwards, I ended up going back out there again because they had relocated from Scottsdale down to the south end of Phoenix because the property they were on was worth billions now, way more than the park was. So the owners sold the buildings off to the native tribe there, who moved it down next to their casino as an attraction.
There you go.
And I went back out there just for one winter and did that.
Yeah.
Then ended up going to the East Coast, and I played out in Connecticut for a while. and then ended up back here again. I always keep ending up back in Branson.
It's hard once you come to Branson. Yes, it's one of those things where you do want to come back. And so, how long have you been now at the Butterfly Palace?
10 years. I played their very first Christmas event they did, because no one had ever done live music in a butterfly enclosure like that in anywhere before. They didn't know how it would work. So they hired me to come in for a Christmas season to see how it would work, and it worked okay. But then I went away and I went to work for Troy at the dulcimer shop at Cedar Creek Dulcimers. And then Troy decided to retire and sell the business off, so I didn't need to be there anymore. So just about the same time, Bruce, who runs the Butterfly Palace, called and said, "Hey, we want to do music full time. Are you interested?" So there it was again.
Mm-hmm.
These doors just seemed to open all at the right time.
Yeah.
So I ended up back there, and I've been there for 10 years. I played there 5 days a week from 9 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. And so the atmosphere, well, you're playing a dulcimer. And so tell people, what is the dulcimer? Explain it to people.
Dulcimer is an instrument that kind of grabs everybody, because there's no niche you think about when you think dulcimer music. It's an instrument that came from Persia in the 1200s. They call it a santur. And the Crusaders drug it from back to Europe along with everything else that wasn't nailed down. And they called it a dulcimer, and eventually it evolved into the piano.
Wow.
Because it's played with mallets hitting a string, which is exactly what a piano is.
Yep. Yep.
But the limitation was you only have 2 hammers, so you can only play 2 notes at once. So the quest to figure out how to play more polyphony led to the development of the piano.
Interesting.
But the dulcimer itself became widely popular, mostly for country dances. It was a staple for polka bands, because accordions weren't invented until the 1880s. Well, prior to that, there was still polka music, but the dulcimer was the primary instrument.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop right here, and we'll be back in just a second. So hang tight, folks. We'll be back.
I'm waiting for you.
It's historic downtown Branson, and we're putting the band back together.
We got a full tank of gas, we're on the trolley, it's light out, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Ride on in to historic downtown Branson.
Historic downtown Branson is fun for everyone.
Hi everybody, this is Tony Orlando, and welcome back to downtown Branson, the best.
In downtown Branson, you are part of the show.
In historic downtown Branson, Missouri, the beat goes on.
Here's the story that began right here in downtown Branson.
This is where it all began, an American tradition, preserved and proud, where the stars shine day and night. Historic downtown Branson is the spot to stay, play, shop, and dine. A step back into simpler times, where you can take a moment and enjoy it all. Nearly 150 years ago, Branson started right here along the White River, later transformed into the beautiful Lake Taneycomo. Today, downtown Branson is a hub of retail experiences, delicious dining, and activities for all ages. Easily found along walkable streets with plenty of free parking, or ride on the free downtown trolley. Sparky, the downtown trolley, will get you anywhere you need to go in the downtown area. Climb aboard at any stop, completely free, and you'll travel the streets in style. Whether you're looking for a new addition to your wardrobe, a souvenir of your Branson trip, or the perfect piece for your home, historic downtown has it all. There's nothing like the thrill of searching for that hidden gem. Vintage classics, custom handmade goods for every taste, rich authentic crafts, one of a kind with an artisan touch. Take home these brush strokes to adorn your walls, the skill of a craftsman who brings art to life. Historic downtown Branson is sure to please all appetites. From grandma's home cooking to tastes from all over the world, there are choices throughout the area. Whether you're looking for a quick bite on the go, a hearty breakfast, or a full-course dinner, you'll find it all downtown. Plus, you'll find treats along the way, piles of candy, specialty ice cream, Perk up with your favorite cup of coffee. You can stay right here in the heart of it all with several lodging options. From hotels with amenities to cozy boutique stays, you'll be able to walk out your door and onto our streets. Historic downtown Branson has experiences and activities for everyone, including a classic railway sightseeing tour or the historic Owen Theater, built in 1936. Step back in time and see the history of Branson at our free Centennial Museum. Walk our streets, climb aboard Sparky the Trolley, and visit an all-new past in historic downtown Branson.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. Here we're here today.
I missed you.
We're here today with John Goldsberry with the Butterfly Palace, and he is the dulcimer player out there. And do you know off the top of your head, besides at the Butterfly Palace, any other show in Branson that has a dulcimer? I don't.
Off and on, Sean Pittman used to play one with the breakfast show at IMAX for a while, the John Denver breakfast show. He used to play one piece on there. And it seems to me Buckets and Boards pulled one out every once in a while.
So, but fairly unique.
Yeah.
Fairly unique. So tell people let's talk about the Butterfly Palace. And maybe somebody is watching this that's never been there. They don't have any clue what we're talking about. Tell them about the place.
Palace. It's way out there on the end of the strip, the other side of the intersection from on Shepherd of the Hills. And it's a very unusual business. What it is, the main focus of the business is, of course, butterflies. But these are not butterflies you would find locally. These are tropical butterflies. And we fly somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 of them at any time. Mm-hmm. And every single one of those butterflies was born in an actual rainforest someplace in the planet.
So you get
as a caterpillar.
Yeah, because you guys get a lot, I know, from Costa Rica.
Oh yeah, Costa Rica. We get them from Asia. We get them from Africa, and quite a few from South America. So you'll never see these butterflies in your backyard. They're exotic, and every single one of those chrysalises that we purchase from butterfly farms around the country, then they take the money we pay for those chrysalises, and a lot of them, what they'll do is they use that money to buy up more of the rainforest for preservation, because that's where they're getting the butterflies from. And they will also hire local indigenous families to do the exact same thing, to go out into the jungles around their homes and harvest butterflies, which gives them a very profitable business, more so than tearing down the rainforest to raise cattle or whatever they want to do. So it's advantageous for them to preserve the rainforest that way, because they can make a living from it.
Yeah.
And consequently, they're preserving the other thousands of species that live in every acre down there.
So when people come see you, you're in this big, I don't know what you call it.
Giant room.
Big giant room.
Yeah, it's like a big greenhouse. It's full of plants and full of butterflies. And I sit in the corner and just play basically background music while people wander around. It's a very relaxing place. People have kept saying, it's the most zen spot in Branson.
That's probably true. It is. It's so relaxing, and
after the hustle and bustle of a vacation, it's sometimes nice to take a little break and go somewhere where it's just peaceful for a little bit. Yeah. To kind of recharge and get ready to run out and ride more roller coasters,
Tell people about the little invention you guys have developed.
Oh, the little flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, little nectar flowers. They're just a plastic tube, and it's got a fake flower on the top, but it's got a hole in the middle. And we developed a butterfly nectar. So when you walk around, the butterflies will land on it, and they can drink through that little tube. So that's about as up close and personal as you can get to a butterfly. You can get them right there. And they'll often land on you as well, so that's a warning if you're scared of butterflies. But they do tend to land on you because they need the salt that's in your skin from the sweat and whatever. So yeah, it's a very up close and personal kind of encounter with with thousands of tropical butterflies. And we're actually getting bigger. We're in the middle of doing we're going to make the aviary even bigger. We're putting attractions in there. I can't tell you what they are yet, but there's going to be some fun things in there.
New things coming soon.
That's right. The building itself is going to be over twice the size it is now by the time we're done.
Wow. So you have a huge gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
You have, like, I call it a reptile area. Maybe that's not the right term.
Yeah, we call it the Critter Center.
The Critter Center.
So you got turtles and reptiles and fish and things like that. No spiders, no snakes. We don't do that because that bugs a lot of people, and we don't want to. We don't want to upset people. So. So we have the Critter Center, and sometimes we'll take out the lizards and things so you can pet the lizard and encounter them. We also have a mirror maze.
Yes, I love that place.
My friend Rusty and I worked all last winter doing more work in the mirror maze and kind of beefing it up a little bit.
Okay.
And more things are even coming in there. We did have an attraction on the second floor. We took it out because we're replacing it. It was the Banyan Tree Adventure, and it had these bungee cords that you climb through. And we took it out because in the lobby now we're building this giant tree. It's 3 stories tall, and it's got climbing nets and stairways that run up the inside of the trunk of the tree, and a sliding board, and this is all this stuff. So we're replacing that kind of little play area with a much bigger one down in the front, and we're using the other one for kind of a multi-purpose room. So we've got some games to play in there. We've got, we're getting a big projection globe, one of those things like that.
So do you still have the 3D movie too?
3D movie's still there.
Okay.
Keep trying to beef up that theater a little bit too. But it's a 15-minute movie about the flight of the monarch butterfly, which is really fascinating because it's the longest migration of any land animal on the planet. Every year they go from Mexico to Canada and back. But one butterfly can't do that. It takes 3 generations of butterflies to make that loop.
It's crazy stuff. I'll tell you, and I have been to the Butterfly Palace several times. And first of all, the aviary, that was the name I was looking for earlier. It's just so peaceful. There's so much variety. But here's the other thing. When somebody buys a ticket, they can go more than one day, right?
Yes. There is no ticket. You get a wristband.
Right.
Like you're going to a concert. And that, as long as you leave that wristband in, you get to come back for 3 consecutive days.
Yeah.
Because butterflies are biological creatures. Sometimes they fly more than others. And we don't want people to get disappointed when they come in and it's like, just happens to be the butterflies are getting tired for the evening and they're starting to nest down. It's like, well, then come back tomorrow morning. You know, they're active most of the day. Now we don't operate at night because butterflies go to bed. You know, so like a lot of businesses, we can't stay open past 5 because the butterflies would all be sitting in the trees, and what's the point?
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Okay. So let's highlight a few things. The Butterfly Palace is right as you're headed to Silver Dollar City. It's literally right after I call the last stoplight in Branson.
That's
on the
right.
right-hand side. It sits kind of high up on the hill, and they're open. You guys are open 9 to 5 every day except Sunday.
No, we're open on Sundays.
Okay.
We're open 9 to 5, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Only days a week we're closed are Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
That's the only 2 days of the year.
I was going to get it off a day. I think I was, I was wrong. But
we
folks,
love you anyway.
you can get the armband and you can go for 3 days. Huge gift shop, mirror maze, amazing. And so I think some people would probably think this is just for kids, but I'm going to tell you, it is for everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's for everybody.
Yeah, and even some kids that you would be surprised. You think, my teenagers are, bored with the world. They want to dress all in black and just be, but I've seen these kids come in there and just go, wow.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of meaning to butterflies for a lot of people. We actually do things like memorial releases for people.
Wow.
When they've lost someone in the family. It's like we will get them off in a corner and we will let them release a butterfly in the memory of that person.
Okay, real quick question, and then we got to go. Your dulcimer playing. Can people buy your CDs? Because you said you were one of the first people to ever make a CD in Branson.
I was the first person ever to make a CD in Branson, and I've been neglectful in keeping them going. But I'll work on that. Now, you can find my stuff all over online.
Okay.
Under Withy and Stone. If you look me up, you can find me on YouTube and Spotify and iTunes and whatever. See, it's out there.
Yep. So people can get your music if they want to.
Right.
So, okay,
it's
folks,
out there.
We've been talking to John Corbin Goldsberry. And man, thank you for all you've done for Branson and helping entertain people. And folks, go see him out at the Butterfly Palace. It's going to be a unique setting. You're going to be relaxed. It's going to be fun. Go check it out. Who is playing in Branson tonight? Go to thevacationchannel.com to see Branson's latest show and attraction schedules. It's your source for everything to do in Branson. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've been talking to John Corbin Goldsberry. He's located at the Butterfly Palace, and that's at 4106 West 76 Country Boulevard here in Branson. They're open daily, 9 to 5. Now, if you need help booking tickets for the Butterfly Palace or any other show or attraction in Branson, be sure to call the folks at ibranson.com. You can call them at 877-ENTERTAIN or simply go online to ibranson.com to start planning your Branson vacation. Now, if you're wondering, hey, I'd like to check out some old PlayBranson episodes, guess what? You can do that on social media or our YouTube channels, Facebook channels. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at PlayBranson as well, or you can also find us on thevacationchannel.com. Be sure to go support live entertainment this week. Go see a show. Folks, that's it for today. We'll see you here next week on Play Branson.